Of course not.
You wouldn't?
No.
You would not have your junk removed for a Jet Super Bowl.
What are you, delirious?
Well, I'm asking.
How old are you?
So because I'm 65, that means it's okay? Well, you how old are you? You ready to give that up?
I'm 58.
Okay, you ready?
I said no to it.
Well, of course. Well, wait, let's not be stupid here.
Well, he's just saying that you are such a passionate fan that he just assumed that you would be one of those types of guys.
I thought you'd consider
No, there is no consideration. No.
But think about that
There's
joy.
no thought. Yeah, that's going to be great joy when I'm, looking down and I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm a eunuch.
It's not disappointed. It's just more surprised. I mean, we all listen to Joe every day. We've listened to him for years, and I thought that he would sacrifice just about anything to see that Jets championship. He wouldn't even, forget about cutting off his penis. He wouldn't even cut off a finger for a Jets Super Bowl. So a man who I thought was dedicated, not as dedicated as I thought. So it's not, it's more of a disappointment because it's just something I think that he would do for his team and the rest of the Jet Nation.
What are you, nuts?
Listen,
no, seriously, G. I love you. I love you. Well, Mike
Vrabel
needs his head examined.
Mike Vrabel said as a head
Mike
coach,
Vrabel needs his freaking head examined.
He said he was married 20 years. He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need it anymore, and he could be a head coach.
Okay.
Who won a Super Bowl championship.
Sure.
He would make that trade.
Okay. Well, then he's delirious.
I expected so much more. I can't tell you how disappointed I am.
Yeah. It's just you think you know a guy, right? For him to come in defiant about it, how long you know me? You think I'm going to cut off my for a Super Bowl? I'm not doing that. It's just whatever. I mean, not everything appears to be, on the surface it's one thing. When you dig a little deeper, you find out something else.
I think Jerry Recco would call him a fraud.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah, probably.
You have to be nuts.
But don't you?
And it's something that if you did it, you would be regretting it pretty quick.
I don't know.
I do.
Once you hold up that Lombardi trophy,
okay, great.
I mean, don't you want your head coach to want to do that?
I want my head coach to be a normal guy. Okay, normal, not deliriously nuts person. How about that?
Well, you don't have that guy. I think you've got a nuts.
Well, I don't think he's that stupid.
I don't know.
Somehow, I don't think Adam Gase is doing that. Somehow, I don't. I hope not.
You kidding
I hope he's not.
I think Adam
Let's
Gase
hope
would
he's
say
not.
yes. I absolutely think.
Well, if he would say yes, he's got a major issue.
I thought.
How long do you know me? You are surprised?
I thought that you
seriously,
wanted,
I love you. That
wanted
you know
this
I
more
do.
than anything else in the world.
I do, but I'm not giving that up for that.
Well,
let's be honest. I've lived without it for the last 50 years. You know what? I think if I got to go another 50, which I won't be alive for, I think I'm okay.
But
I think I can get by.
That's my point. Now, what if you knew exactly? Some soothsayer came up to you and said, "All right, you're going to be 99 years old when you pass away. 99.
99.
Okay. But you have to live 98 to 99 with your junk removed, but you get a Jet Super Bowl. Would you do it then?
Let me tell you right now. There is no way in hell. 98, 99, 170, 254, that's happening.
All right.
Okay? There is not a shot.
All right, I was wrong.
You're wrong. I can't believe you even thought that for a second.
No, I can understand why he thought it because of the way that you are when the Jets lose and how passionate you are and how you always talk about how I need to see this before I die.
Do. Right. Again, yes.
So he is taking your words and he's just assuming that you would sacrifice a portion of your body.
Right. What about an arm?
No. I'm not giving up anything for it.
A finger?
No.
Nothing.
I need to know how my life is going to be.
You realize that the rest of the day I got to go around with my legs folded. You understand that now, right? You realize that.
I can't believe you wouldn't cut off.
Can't believe it.
What about a finger? What about a finger?
I am not cutting anything off.
Aren't you surprised?
What are you kidding me?
With the passion that he tends to have when you're on the air, and I listen
look, I love the Jets. I want to see Jets win Super Bowl more than anything, but I'm not sacrificing body parts for that.
Right.
Now we're getting to a point where now you got a major problem.
Yes, I think
that's
so.
a problem. It's one thing to be a passionate fan and want to see everything for my team. It's another thing to be a sick human being.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And I am sick to a point, but I'm not that sick.
Right, so I totally understand why you're saying all that, and I'm glad to hear you actually say that.
You actually thought there was a possibility?
Well, I know you're twisted anyway, but that would really make you...
That is that's beyond twisted.
But then again, you're not an NFL head coach.
Right. And I doubt he would either, no matter what he says.
I think he gets caught up in the whole conversation. It sounds a bunch of guys saying a lot of stupid things like we're doing right now, and we're actually having a doctor call in and talk about it.
No, I want my head coach to take it that far. That's what I want out of my head coach. Oh, yeah. That's what I want to hear from Mike Zimmer. I want him to say, you know what, for a Viking Super Bowl championship, I'll be sitting down for the rest of my life. That's what I want to hear from him.
That's a sick human being.
And you know what? That's what you want.
Oh, that's an NFL
head coach. Is that what you want? You know what you want as NFL coach? Sacrifice everything for that championship?
I want a guy that's passionate and a little crazy, but not a guy who's absolutely delirious.
Well, you know what? You do have passionate and a little crazy.
Yeah, no, I understand.
All over your team right now.
I get that, and hopefully that's going to result in a big year because I think they're going to have a good team. I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it'll be good. I love Greg Williams as the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Adam Gase, by accident, has to be better than Todd Bowles, who's one of the worst coaches in the history of the franchise. He stunk. He was terrible. Hopefully the quarterback is going to be
gone now.
I understand, but let's remember how bad he was. I understand. Thank you. He's a defensive coordinator in Tampa. God bless him.
Yeah. But he got caught up because they never had the true number one quarterback.
You know what?
Like to think they have it.
Here's why I'm tired of hearing that nonsense.
Oh, boy.
Rex Ryan, who gets killed by everybody, went to 2 AFC championship games, won 4 playoff games, consecutive weekends, beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady on the road with Mark Sanchez, who was basically the butt of every joke in history. And then he had Geno Smith. He actually went 8-8 with him. And all everybody wants to do is criticize Rex Ryan. He was a buffoon. He was this. He was that. Give me a freaking break.
We don't do that.
What? I didn't say you do, but a lot of people do.
Well, we have.
There's a lot of people that do that. Mark Sanchez was a joke, but Rex Ryan, the guy won more playoff games than anybody in the history of the franchise.
Right.
Let's stop now.
He got the most out of a really good roster.
Okay.
And, when he built that roster around Bart and Jim Leonard and everybody else,
I understand.
Thomas Jones,
but remember who was quarterback.
They were a rough and tumble team.
People don't remember his four playoff wins, or those wins over Manning and Brady. They remember the butt fumble.
Well,
That's what they remember.
When you draft the guy, when you draft the guy number 5 overall, that guy has now got to become the difference maker, especially when you nickname him the Sanchez.
Okay, well, that's the media.
That was the head coach who said that.
Okay, fine.
Right?
Fine. I wish he was still the head coach. And one of the biggest mistakes ever made by this franchise was firing Mike Tannenbaum. They should have left Tannenbaum and Rex alone instead of bringing in that
John Idzik.
And that was the beginning of the end. And they still haven't recovered from it.
Well, now I think they have.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope you're right.
Yes. As I mentioned when we started the segment, there's 2 guys I thought of with this question. One I was wrong about. Joe would not.
I can't believe you would even think that. You know me how many years? Really?
Listen, I just thought there was a chance.
Okay.
And you would not surgically remove your penis for a Jets Super Bowl.
We're going to find out, though, if Bob Wiley would have his penis surgically removed for a Super Bowl coming up in a little bit. So you'll figure that out too. Weird.
Would you agree with Mike Vrabel that you would trade in the penis for the Super Bowl?
I personally would probably not.
You wouldn't? Wow! How about that? Another shocker.
Yes.
Joe, did you expect those guys to ask you that this morning?
No. I came in this morning thinking they're going to ask me if I'd cut my